My name is Ethan Harper. I'm a 32-year-old software engineer from a quiet suburb in Oregon, the kind of guy who spends his weekends hiking or tinkering with code rather than stirring up drama. But let me tell you, my life turned into a nightmare thriller faster than you can say domestic dispute. It all started unraveling about 6 months ago, but the real explosion happened last Tuesday night. My wife, Lila, yeah, that's her name, Lila Harper, though she'll probably deny it now, called the cops on me, screaming that I'd attacked her. But when the officers dug a little deeper, they flipped the script and hauled her away in handcuffs. Buckle up, because this story is wilder than anything you'd see on those late-night true crime shows. Lila and I met 5 years ago at a tech conference in Seattle. She was this vibrant graphic designer with a laugh that could light up a room, and I was the awkward introvert who somehow charmed her with bad puns about algorithms. We got married 2 years later in a small ceremony by the coast, promising forever under a sunset that felt like destiny. But hindsight is a brutal mirror. Looking back, there were red flags I ignored, like how she always handled our finances, insisting it was her thing, or the late nights she spent working on freelance gigs that never seemed to pay off. I trusted her blindly. Big mistake. It began with the little things. Bills piling up higher than usual, credit card statements with charges I didn't recognize, luxury spas, high-end jewelry, trips to Vegas I never took. I'd ask, and she'd brush it off with a smile, saying it was for us or a surprise gift. But then my credit score tanked. I logged into our joint accounts one evening while she was out meeting a client, and my stomach dropped. Over $50,000 in debt, all in my name. Loans I hadn't applied for, cards maxed out. Panic set in. I confronted her when she got home, but she played innocent, tears welling up like I'd accused her of murder. "Ethan, how could you think that? It's probably identity theft," she sobbed. I wanted to believe her. God, I did. But doubt gnawed at me. I started digging quietly. Installed a keylogger on our shared laptop. Yeah, I know, invasive, but desperation breeds shady moves. What I found shattered me. Emails to a guy named Marcus, her old friend from college. Steamy messages, plans to run away together. And worse. Scans of my social security card, driver's license, bank statements. She'd been using my info to open accounts, funneling money to him. Turns out Marcus was no friend. He was her lover, and they were building a nest egg on my back. My world tilted. Betrayal burned like acid in my veins. I waited for the right moment. Last Tuesday, after work, I printed everything out, emails, transaction logs, the works, and laid it on the kitchen table like evidence in a courtroom. Lila walked in, humming some pop song, her designer bag slung over her shoulder. She froze when she saw the papers. "What's this?" she asked, her voice sugary sweet. "Sit down, Lila," I said, try and keep my tone even. My heart hammered like a drum in a horror flick. "We need to talk." She glanced at the top sheet, an email where she told Marcus, "Ethan's clueless. We'll have enough by summer to disappear." Her face paled, then twisted into something feral. "You hacked my email? That's illegal, you bastard." "Me? Illegal?" I laughed bitterly, but it came out choked. "You've stolen my identity. Racked up debt that'll ruin me for years. An affair? With Marcus? How long, Lila? How long have you been playing me?" She lunged then, not with words, but with her hands. Grabbed a wine bottle from the counter, the expensive Cabernet she'd bought with my card, and swung at my head. I ducked, the glass shattering against the wall, shards flying like deadly confetti. Adrenaline surged. I grabbed her wrist to stop another swing, twisting just enough to make her drop what was left of the bottle. She screamed, "Get off me! You're hurting me!" But I wasn't. I was defending myself. She clawed at my face, nails drawing blood. I shoved her back, not hard, just to create space. She stumbled into the table, knocking over the papers, and that's when she pulled out her phone. 911? My husband is attacking me. Please, hurry, he's going to kill me. Her voice was pure terror, Oscar-worthy. I stood there, stunned, blood trickling down my cheek, as she huddled in the corner, fake sobbing into the receiver. He's violent. I need help. The cops arrived in minutes. Sirens blaring like Judgment Day. 2 officers, a burly guy named Officer Ramirez and a sharp-eyed woman, Officer Hayes, burst through the door I left unlocked in my days. They separated us immediately. Lila was in the living room, weaving her tale. He found out about some debts and lost it. He hit me with a bottle. Look at my arm. She showed a fresh bruise from her stumble, tears streaming. They cuffed me right there, reading my rights as I protested. Wait, no. She attacked me. Look at my face. But protocol is protocol. They sat me in the squad car while they talked to her more. My mind raced. Jail? Divorce? Bankruptcy? It felt like the end. But then something shifted. Officer Hayes came back to the car, her expression curious. Mr. Harper, mind if we look at those papers on your table? Your wife mentioned a fight over finances. I nodded frantically. Please. It's all there. She's been stealing from me. They went inside. Minutes stretched into eternity. I heard Ray's voices. Lila's indignant and defensive. Finally, Officer Ramirez opened the car door. Step out, sir. Uncuffing you. What? I stammered, rubbing my wrists. Hayes joined him, holding a stack of my printouts. We ran a quick check. Multiple accounts in your name only. But IP logs traced back to this address. And those emails? Clear evidence of fraud and identity theft. Your wife's got some explaining to do. Lila's face when they cuffed her instead. Priceless, if not for the heartbreak. This is a mistake. He's lying, she shrieked as they let her out. But the evidence was ironclad. Turns out, Marcus was a known con artist. They'd been running scams together. The cops found more on her phone. Texts plotting to frame me for embezzlement at my job. Even a half-baked plan to poison my coffee if I got too nosy. Yeah, you read that right. Arsenic traces in our trash. Linked to an online purchase in my name. She'd been slowly making me sick for months. Headaches. Nausea I'd chalked up to stress. As they drove her away, Hayes patted my shoulder. You got lucky, Mr. Harper. Could have been worse. Lucky? My marriage was a sham. My finances in ruins and trust? Shattered. But alive, yeah. I spent the night in a hotel, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment. The next day, I filed for divorce and pressed charges. Lila's facing felony fraud, identity theft, and attempted assault. Maybe more if the poisoning sticks. It's been a week now. I'm crashing on my brother's couch, rebuilding my credit one painful call at a time. Marcus? Cops are after him too. He bolted when he heard. But me? I'm free in a way. No more lies, no more fear. If you're reading this and something feels off in your relationship, dig. Trust your gut. It might save your life. Update. Just got word. Lila's bail was denied. Evidence too damning. And get this, she tried to call me from jail, begging forgiveness. Blocked. Moving on.